What's kicking you damn hooligans? I'm back. And you're probably wondering, where the hell have I been? Well, I got into a fight with a raccoon, and this damn raccoon was the size of a sheep. You ever seen a raccoon the size of a sheep? Well, the least I can say was he won. I did eventually lose the arm, that's why I've been off. No, I'm just kidding. I've just been lazy, working, doing shit. Let's get right into it. Today we are looking at a production knife made by a company that's gonna rock this damn world. So these guys are called Alliance Designs, and this is one of their production knives, and this is a collaboration they've done with Ray Lakaneko, and this is called the EZE. So what we're gonna look at today is, we're gonna talk about the maker, we're gonna talk what I like about this knife, what I dislike about this knife, and what you can see in terms of future models from the maker, and rounding up my thoughts. So let's get to it. So as a knife collector, you start out, you get a bunch of production knives, and you grab production knives because they're affordable, and it gives you an idea, or it gives you a way to try the different knives out there. And hey, some people stick with it, and some people, they'd be like, all right, I'm done with productions, I'm gonna move on to customs. And that's where things get, pricier, but you're paying for the quality, you're paying for the work that's being done, all the effort, and you're paying for a really well-made piece of equipment. And then you have things like this, production knives that are made to some really sweet standards, and you can, when you look at it, you can't really tell the difference between this and, let's say, a custom. It's just a fine line that they run. And what Alliance Designs, I guess if I can sum this up properly, they've worked with the maker to crank out a production version of his custom knife that's pretty damn nice, pretty damn sweet. And I think you're going to keep an eye on these guys because they're going to be doing really sweet things. And this is, well, they've cranked out a few models. This is the EZE. They first started with the semi-custom Jasmine, which is also a Ray Lakaneko piece. And they're working with a couple other makers, cranking out some knives. So these guys are worth it to watch for 2019 because they've got some really awesome stuff coming down the pipe. This particular version comes with titanium bolsters and an OD green micarta handle. And I love this configuration. I'm more of a titanium all-handle fan. The full handles are made of titanium. I don't like fancy, but the only titanium handles they have, they've got sort of these speed holes in there. And I'm not much of a speed hole kind of fan. It's just more of a personal preference. I don't have a knife in micarta. It just never appealed to me, but this thing is just damn sexy. And the fact that this micarta is going to age really well, it's just crazy. And I don't also have a blade in a Tonto grind. I'm not a special operator. I'm not going to be taking anybody out with this. And I just find a Tonto blade grind way too aggressive for my liking. However, this thing with these micarta titanium bolsters, it just flows. And it's just a really sexy looking knife. And I can put aside my own, aesthetics that I go for. I'm also not a flipper fan, but this thing is just wicked, and it's all you can expect from Ray Lakaneko in a production knife done by Alliance Designs, and they've knocked it out of the park. We've got an overall length of about 7.25. We've got a blade length of about 3 inches. The cutting edge is about 2.8 inches. It's S35VN steel. Now, like I said, this isn't done by Ray. This is done by Alliance Designs, and this is one of their production knife based off of a custom by Ray. So they have done a really good job in capturing the grinds that Ray's known for. And if you remember the video I had with my semi-custom Jasmine, those grinds were done by Ray. And these grinds are done by Alliance Designs, and it's just really well done. I mean, I'm just gonna really focus on this. This particular blade comes in 2 variations. So this is a machine grind, and I think they've got like a hand rub finish. I don't need the hand rub, I just need the machine grinding, and it's still pretty damn wicked. Like I said, S35VN, but you've got no markings, and it's just a super clean blade. It's a pretty thick blade stock as well. And if I can focus on there, you've got the Lakaneko branding. And notice how at the edge of the Tanto is just really thick on there, so you can really get in there. And you know what? I've been using the Tanto blade ever since I got this pretty regularly for my EDC, and it's surprisingly effective. Mostly cutting, you know, meal prep, no stabbing, just a couple boxes. Like I said, I'm just a, you know, an EDC dude. I'm not going to be an operator or anything tactical, but it's a very functional blade. You've also got the blade thickness. It's about 0.14. What else can I get here? The handle length, give me 2 seconds here. So the handle length is 4.25, and I believe the weight was mentioned at 3.1 ounces closed. So I don't like micarta because I feel it's too light. Now with the micarta handles and the titanium bolsters, it adds a nice weight to it, so it feels good in the hand. And the blade just fires right out, and this runs on caged bearings. Now we're going to take a bit and look at the overview here. So as mentioned, it's an OD green micarta. Let's see if I can capture that on here. And this is the kind of, well, micarta is going to age because you get your oils from your hand, and the material is going to age real nicely. Titanium bolsters, I've got 0 lock stick, just fires right out, no issue. I mean, it's just a really well done knife. Now, when you're doing 2 different materials, and one of the things I was looking at is how well is this seam going to be in transition from micarta to titanium? And it is damn smooth. Like cocoa butter smooth. It just goes right in there. And I don't feel any rough edges. It's just a very seamless transition, and that's also on both sides. Really well done. Now, in running my hand around the knife, smooth, no issues. The titanium and micarta feels real nice. There's no rough edges. It's just really seamless. They've done a really good job of keeping those 2 together there. Let's see what you've got here. It looks like you've got a titanium back spacer. Again, really smooth, really well done. Feels good in the hand. Milled titanium clip. I would have preferred something on a deep carry, a deep carry, a bit more space in here, but hey, that's just me nitpicking. Fits well in the pocket. There you go, basic pivot screw there. And I'm not a fan of flippers, and that's just a personal preference. However, I have had 3 flippers recently. 2 of them have been Ray Lakaneko flippers, and one of them is another knife that I'll be reviewing soon. But these flippers are really well done, and you can either really whip this thing out, and it just fires every time, goes shut, or you can give it a light press, and it also fires out. Now, I'm really impressed with the quality of this knife and the execution. What I like the titanium micarta setup, smooth, seamless. I like the flipper tab. I like the way it's set up so your hand just sort of finds it and it rests on there, and you don't have to sort of really work to fire it out. You can lightly fire, and it always fires. I like Tanto. I'm going to say this, I know I hate Tanto, but I like the way this Tanto is executed, and it's really well done in terms as a full package. And the blade grinds, man, they're just righteous. And these guys have done a really good job staying true to what Ray has done with his production, EZE, and this thing is just righteous. S35 VN steel, can't complain. I like the look. I like the aesthetics. I like the clean lines. You know what? I never thought I liked micarta this much, and I do like micarta. What I dislike? There's not much I dislike about this knife. It's a little aggressive looking, and it's a little bigger than I usually carry. And, you know, whipping this out in the office or in a meeting can, you know, if you're worried about that, maybe depends on your office environment. You know, I'm known as the knife guy, and I'm known as, you know, hey, you got a knife to do something? If I gotta cut a sandwich or, you know, cut up a box, point on a whiteboard, something like that, you know, that's me. So it's not coming off as overly crazy. But a Tanto blade might not be for everyone, but if you're looking for really clean aesthetics, this is it. I don't really dislike anything about this knife. You know what? I can't say I dislike anything except one, which is maybe just getting a sort of a deep carry clip, but that's just more of a personal preference. There are 0 issues I have with this, and it's for the price point of $395 USD. I'll drop a link in the sections for where Alliance Designs is, and you can pick this thing up on Blade HQ right now for 395 USD, which I think is a steal for what you're getting. My final thoughts, get it. It's been making its way on Instagram. Quite a few guys have picked this thing up, and I was really looking forward to when this was announced and when the drop happened, and I'm glad I got this knife, and I think it's really well worth it for a production knife when you're getting a lot of value for your money, and it's flawlessly executed. And I think you need to keep an eye on Alliance Designs, because these guys are going to do amazing things. They're going to crank out really wicked production knives. They've got a few more coming out. I will be getting them. I've got the semi-custom Jasmine. This is the EZE, and I'll be getting their thumb stud Jasmine full production that they're coming out with. So check it out. Subscribe to my channel for some more reviews. Hit up my Instagram page, and I hope to catch you guys later. Once again, this is the Ray Lakaneko and Alliance Designs EZE production. Absolute solid knife. Right on, I'll catch you guys later.